I am not anti-health or therapy. I am a critical lover of the field. I was so deeply blindsided and gaslit by a field I believed was in it to heal, but upon entering, I immediately saw the sea of disconnect. 3 years in, I discovered how deeply unstable the MHIC really was. 5 years in, I felt the lack of care for the lives of the people seeking services. Likely, it was sooner than that. 7 years in, I realized going into private practice or providing coaching of some sort was a way that providers tried to make it out alive and on their terms and make more money. 9 years in, I was pretty politicized, bone-tired, burned out, and being blamed for my exhaustion. I was carrying a bigger course, case, and group session load than I could hold. I am not saying that there are no useful or helpful things within the mental health systems. I am exposing the reality that many of us or our loved ones are dependent on the mental health systems because it is all that we got, while we are simultaneously trying to change it and ultimately build alternatives to it. Many people that I have served had not wanted to utilize the mental health system, but they had few other options. Still, many of us are fighting for access to current or better services within the MHIC. This book offers no easy, clear answers, and the world and structures we are forced to live in are often unfair and unjust. Similar to our work to resist and challenge capitalism or to create alternatives to the police and prisons, resisting and challenging the MHIC is rife with complexity, and there is so much we need that we don't yet have. This book offers more questions, with a side of possibility. I believe it might be terribly ironic for one person to have all the answers. I am not blaming white supremacy. I am holding it accountable. I am not blaming the MHIC. I am holding it accountable. I am calling attention to the systemic targeting of oppressed communities under the false pretense of health and safety. I am holding the institution of white supremacy accountable for the ways in which resources have been poorly and criminally allocated, the ways in which mental health is underfunded across every institution of learning, but inner-city police forces are overfunded. I am holding the institutions accountable for neglect of its people, for creating millions of motherless black and brown children, for the violence on all of our women, for the very few options when it comes to our health care needs and the kind of care we receive, or lack thereof.